welcome back to another episode of You Reaching or Teaching. I'm your host, Derek.
And I'm your boy, Aaron.
And we are in season 2 of this podcast, man. Once again, sorry for the break. You know, life be lifing. I'm in a new apartment now, so had to get some things straight. But we back though. We back. How you feeling, my boy?
I'm good, man. I'm ready to get started with this because there's been some stuff happening that I've been ready to talk about, and I'm just ready. I'm ready.
It has been a lot. It has been a lot going on. So we're gonna honestly, we're gonna get right into it. We ain't gonna even waste our time with the small talk, but just get into some off season things. It's been players moving around in different teams. It's been teams that haven't done anything. We're gonna get into that too, LA.
God.
But
we need to buy a vending
start.
machine.
We need to do something.
We ain't even signed a new Laker girl.
Something got to happen. Something got to happen. But let's start with I think one of the biggest news this off season was Paul George. He's going to the 76ers. How we feel about that move right there?
Second round exit.
You think so?
It's not Paul George, it's Embiid. Because is Paul George a better defender and scorer than Tobias Harris? Absolutely. Is he another option who can help on the floor when Embiid is out? 100%. But I'm looking at the rest of that team. I don't really have a lot of faith in Kyle Lowry. My Uber is still a good pickup to have. Don't know how him and PG going, maybe they'll be professional and ignore their personal issues and just focus on basketball, which I believe can happen. But I'm just looking at the rest of that team, and are they still a playoff team? Yeah, we can say that. But second round exit, at best, they go to the Eastern Conference Finals and lose. At worst, they go to the second round and lose. Like, I don't think that's terrible to go that deep in the playoffs and lose.
Okay. See, I got a different opinion.
Oh God.
I got a different opinion. It may be an unpopular one, but as an early prediction, just based off the moves the 76ers made. They made a lot of moves. I'm impressed.
They did make a lot.
I don't know. I got them as favorites. Them as favorites right now.
Over Boston and Milwaukee?
If healthy.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Yes, if healthy. Well, shit, even if Embiid is at like 70%, honestly.
Well, yeah, 70% of Embiid is still 20 and 10. So
yeah. Because like we're saying, we got the PG move. Maxey got his, signed his shit.
Mm-hmm.
They got Eric Gordon now, so he got a 3-pointer, 3-point shooter. Who else they signed? Oh, Andre Drummond. So they got another big man coming off the bench. That's one of the people that I said LA or Warriors need to call because they need big men.
Yeah.
So AD can move back to the 4. So he don't have to play the 5 no more. Who else they picked up? They picked up Reggie Jackson too.
Yeah, they did.
They picked up Reggie Jackson. So they got a solid bench. So with the bench like that, I think the depth is better than the Celtics at this point. I'm not really sure about all the moves that Milwaukee has made.
They've gotten decent picks.
I know Beasley left.
Yeah.
So they don't have him anymore. Defense purpose. They need more, and I think that was who was complaining about last season that the offense got better. Well, kind of. They just wasn't. They just wasn't. Haven't got their chemistry together yet, but they still need somebody on the defensive end. So yeah, I got the 76ers coming out the East, honestly. Just based off the moves. Like, of course, you can't go against the Celtics, especially with that same core, that like 5, 6, 7, 8 rotation. But nah, I mean, a healthy 76ers, I feel like it's dangerous in the East.
I wouldn't disagree that they would be competition. They would definitely be competition because that's nothing to sleep on. Tyrese Maxey has proven to be a star. Um, what we call it? Nick Nurse has proven that he can really coach that system
Hmm.
with Embiid in this. So he's doing a hell of a lot better than what Doc did when he was there. It's my biggest things are Embiid's health. Excuse me. But it's like the depth for the Sixers. I hate to say like this, it looked good on paper, but what's Eric Gordon really gonna do? Like
Pick up
I'm
a shot,
okay, two or three
stay in
shots.
that corner,
That's wonderful. That's wonderful.
play
Like
your role. But you got to think though. You got to play your role. Like on the Clippers, shit. Even before the Clippers, what
well,
was it?
even
The
when he was with the
Suns,
Rockets.
Rockets.
Hmm.
Like that boy was a sniper. Like
Yeah, he was
that
absolutely
boy was a
like
sniper. But
shoot like that don't go away.
I think who was it? It might have been on Gil's Arena, but they when they was talking, just what what option will Paul George be? What option will Maxi be? And what
Mm,
option will Embiid be? Of course, they're gonna say Embiid is the number one option because
yeah,
he's the MVP.
yeah.
Um, but that may be something that they're gonna have to talk about too. Do you really want to run the offense through Embiid with Maxi, emerging into upcoming star?
Hmm.
And then you got PG, who's pretty much already signed. Me personally, I don't think PG ever reached that superstar status. And
Me
that's just
neither.
my opinion. But PG is a
All
star.
star for sure.
Yeah, all star for sure. Um, but he's a two-way player, but he's getting up there in age. So
Mhm.
I don't think you want to have PG as your number one option.
Yeah.
Um, so Embiid and I say Maxi.
Mhm.
But let them do what they do. Shit, Gordon just got to sit in the corner.
I'm,
Gordon just got to sit in the corner.
it's like that like that'll work against teams like Toronto, um, I'll say even teams like Memphis. It's just I'm thinking about teams like Milwaukee still because like they signed Torian Prince, 3 and D guy. He didn't work in our system, but I believe that he'll definitely work in their system a little bit better. Hopefully Doc Rivers uses him correctly. I'm thinking about not his age because I'm not really gonna penalize someone for being older. It's just his effectiveness in that system, because same thing with Drummond. Like Drummond gonna do what he do. He gonna go get you 8 boards
Yep.
like probably by halftime.
Yeah.
That's just what he does.
Just
It's
be another rim protector.
yeah, just be another rim protector. I can see them putting him and Embiid on the floor at the same time. For not like a long time, probably like five
Yeah.
minutes before like he gets subbed out or something like that. But I just don't know, man. Hopefully I'm wrong and they go to the finals finally,
Yeah.
and the process starts processing. But until then, I'm still saying Eastern Conference Finals at best, second round exit at the worst, because it's just other teams are just solidified, man. Like
Oh yeah, they got
Boston,
Caleb Martin too.
they did get Caleb Martin. Yeah, you're right. They did get Caleb Martin. That's actually a good pickup for them, realistically.
Yeah.
So if by if by the All-Star break they are one of the top four teams in the East, then yeah, I think you probably hit the nail on the head on that one. But
Yeah.
if they're like fifth or sixth, it's like that probably is injuries, probably is
Yeah.
like just those games where you just came up short, stuff like that. Like I can't see that Philly team getting blown out by like 30, but I can see them losing in a close game by like 5.
No, that's true. Yeah. But that's how I see it. Like you're saying on paper, it looks great. It looks great. Like you're saying, he still got Kelly Oubre, so I don't know, man. It's good. But they ain't my team, so I don't care.
Yeah.
Um
But best of luck. I do
yeah.
hope that they
Best of
have a
luck to him.
healthy season,
I hope so.
realistically.
I hope so. Make it more competitive in the East, you know.
Hmm.
Um I think the next move I want to talk about is Clay.
Ooh.
Clay to the Mavs.
Now that's the champions right there. That's
Clay to the Mavs. How we feel about it?
I like it because it's what they needed. It's literally
As in what?
as in just shooting because it's like if we look at the finals with them in Boston, a lot of those open corner jumpers that Washington was missing, shoot, sometimes Luka was missing, Kyrie was missing. Those were shots Clay can hit. And everybody listen, don't let that 0 for 10 game get in the way of the fact that he's still Clay Thompson. Like
No facts.
he he fits in well with this system because I believe that he's gonna, to an extent, do the same thing Aaron Gordon is gonna do for them. Aaron Gordon's going to do for Philly with like how Clay is going to do for the Mavericks.
Yep.
But Clay is going to still play some defense. He don't even got to go into the system where about averaging 20, 23, whatever. He can go and average like 17, 16, and still shoot 38%. And that's enough for them because I still think that they need to move off of Max Kleber. Like I get why you keep him just because he can make knockdown shots, but I think they still need to move off of him. But Clay gives them what they were missing in the finals, which was a more consistent shooter. Because he's more consistent than Kyrie. He's more
Yeah.
consistent than Luka. He's more consistent than the whole damn bench. Like everybody on the roster from shooting. So he literally gave them what they needed. Now well, I really do think they're gonna go back to the finals. Are they gonna win it? I'm not gonna guarantee that right now. But I think with him in the system, they got a even better shot of going back this upcoming season.
Once again, brother, I'm gonna have to disagree with you.
Oh,
um, like you said, I think the pickup was good. Like you saying, I think it was what the Mavs needed, but that shouldn't be the only move that they make.
I agree. I agree
I
with that.
still I don't think it's enough. They may be able to just by the talent, they may be able to go back to the Western Conference Finals. I'm not sure about the finals yet, but I think one of their weaknesses, you can see it in the early in the earlier series, but I like Lively, Derek, even though you need to take the C out your name, but I like Lively. What's the other one named? Daniel Gafford. Like him,
Gafford. Yeah.
but I think when you go against those elite bigs, those
Mhm.
elite 4 and 5s, they just not gonna be able to hold their weight
Yeah.
like we think they are. Um, Lively is he's still young, so
Yeah.
he still got some time to develop and everything. And I think what we seen from him last season, it looked promising. But I really think because they got rid of Jones and they got rid of Tim Hardaway.
Yeah.
Um, I think similar to what I was saying about the 76ers, the depth is I think that would kill them in the Celtics because
Yeah.
it wasn't as good as the Celtics. You can't you not be able to depend on your role players as much as the Celtics did. I think Clay is a great third option, like you saying. Clay only need the average 16 to 18 this season. He don't he doesn't need to go for the 20 point per game this year.
Hmm.
Um, just having Kyrie and Luca at the top of the key, you having to figure out if you want to double them or not
Yeah.
for the with them penetrating and then kicking it out, to Clay, somebody like Clay.
Hmm.
Um, and that's the thing. I don't know if they got any other shooters, so that's another thing too. So it's like when Clay is not in the game, like who are you gonna depend on? So
Hmm.
I just think they need to make some more moves in order for me to be confident that they can go back to the finals this year. I do see Luca going back to the finals again within the next shoot. I give Luca the next 3 years. He'll be back.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say next year, but Luca is just a different type of talent. So
Yeah.
I can definitely see him just similar to Dirt.
Hmm.
Got that '06. He went '06, got back in 11. So I think just Luca is a different talent and he'll definitely be back. But I don't think Clay is enough for them to actually compete for a championship. I think they'll still be a like a top five in the West, but I don't see them really winning the championship this year.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying they win it. I just said they
Yeah,
going back.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's because you bring up a good point about the other elite bigs in the league, but well, I'm not gonna say however, I'm thinking about those bigs in the West. It's like okay, AD, Joker. I'm personally not putting Cat on that list as an elite big, but he's still talented. So all due respect. Um, that's all I can think of right now. Then in the East, you're only gonna see them twice a year. Embiid, Giannis. Oh shoot, Wemby. Can't forget Wemby. So it's is that going to be a concern down the line? Absolutely, because you still got people like Steven Adams in the league. You still got Clint Capella in the league. You still got those bigs who are still imposing forces. So will that be something that they definitely need to game plan on? Absolutely, like 100%. I just think that the point about you asking about other shooters is stronger than the point about bigs
About the
because it's
bigs.
like, yeah, because it's like, look at Bam Adebayo. He's 6'9", bullying 7'2" Rudy Gobert. Like, so I'm not worried about all the bigs, but the shooting off the bench is definitely fair because, you can't rely on the starters all the time to bring you back into the game. So that's a
Yeah,
very fair point.
yep, definitely. Well, I guess you brought up Wimby. So Chris Paul is gonna ship them all to the Spurs, and they got Harrison Barnes as well
Mhm.
over there. Early predictions. Are they a are they a playing team this year, as we predicted last season?
Hmm. Dang, man. Dang. It's like I don't want to count them out because you never know.
Look, all I'm saying, man, take the over on Chris Paul. We making money this year.
Yep.
Chris Paul, Lob City. Unlike unlike them last season, just throw it at the rim. Just throw it
Yeah.
at the rim. That's all y'all need to do. Chris Paul gonna get Wimby the ball. He gonna find a way to
Yeah.
get Wimby the ball. But
Yeah. I can see them being the Tennessee this year. So I say, yeah, they're a playing team.
yeah, I think they're a playing team. I think it's good. I'm not even gonna say the Chris Paul move is good talent wise, but just mentality wise and leadership wise, I think it's good for the Spurs. As a young team as them, you have somebody like Chris Paul coming in who has been proven
Mhm.
to be a great leader. Shoot, in the history of the NBA,
That's true.
as we can see, every team that he's been on, he has improved that team from the last season.
Very
I'm not
true.
well the Spurs really didn't have a good season last year, so it still
No.
have a chance. He still have a chance to improve that team this season. But I think just the guidance of Chris Paul coming in, uh, for somebody like Wemby too, who has a lot of talent. I think it's gonna be good for them. Like you're saying, I can see a play in, so I can see ninth or tenth seed
Hmm.
for the Spurs. Um, but that's only shoot. Wimmy might shit. What we seen from Wimby last season, man, he might come back a different beast, bro. Like I'm not even joking. Like if he's able to get stronger and he's able to get a post game,
Hmm.
that's gonna be beautiful. That's gonna be scary for
That just ain't fair.
that's gonna be scary because you can see in like even in the season last year and then some of the games that I've seen for the Olympics, just how he still kind of struggle with posting up.
Hmm.
And these players probably be like 6'3", 6'4", something like that. It's even though what I'm saying, it don't matter if we short or not, and we lower to the ground,
Hmm.
so we got a
Yep.
good base, and we put
Yeah, 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 yeah. They locked down. They
put
locked
that thing
down.
on your back, boy. You ain't gonna back us down. But yeah, I think if he can add that to that game and get a crazy post game, man, we're gonna be scary. But
Yeah.
I can see him winning. I can see him actually being an all-star this year, and I can see him actually winning defensive player of the year.
Yeah, I could definitely
And
see
I don't
both.
want to might be too early. It might be too early,
Hmm.
but I can see a third team. I can see a third team All NBA.
Yeah, I can see that too.
You
But
gotta
I must,
think. You gotta
yeah, I can
think.
see that
You
too.
gotta think. What the skills that Wimby possess and what he can do on the court. If Sabon, not no disrespect to Sabonis, but if Sabonis can make the third team, Wimby
Yeah,
can make
women can definitely make the third team. I agree.
the third. So yeah, so it could be This season gonna be good. What other
Yeah.
what other moves were you surprised about for the all season?
DeMar going to Sacramento.
I thought he was gonna come to I really I thought he was gonna come to LA, but I thought it was gonna be the Clippers.
I thought he was gonna go to Miami.
That too. That could been a spot. That's
God.
another team too. Miami didn't make any moves, I don't think.
Hey, look, I was talking with my boys about this because he's a Heat fan. I asked him how they do he think they're blowing it up, and he said, "Look, I won't blame them if they did.
I mean,
Like,
at this point, at this point you should. I mean, similar to the Clippers.
yeah,
Um, like Butler was over there in 2020. I know he was in that 2020. Did he go there before 2020? Before they went to the finals?
I'm not sure. I
Or
think
was
it
the
was.
oh was his first year that
I
they
think
went?
his first year was 2020.
Okay.
Huh.
So
You wake up.
yeah, so it's been a 4 or 5 year
Hmm.
process. So at this point you gonna have to make some moves. You brought Terry over there, but he didn't
Yeah,
play for injury reason. And then
yeah.
you have Bam, which we're gonna get into later.
Hmm.
I think Bam is playing great for the Olympic team right now.
He
And,
is.
and he sees I mean, how old is Bam? He's younger than me.
I think Bama's my age
Yes, I mean,
or a little younger.
you still got players like him that's in their mid 20s. That still have a lot of a lot left in the tank. Like Bam probably got like 10 more years in the league, probably. Um, so you got to do something with them. Like,
Hmm.
and I'm pretty sure he's gonna be the guy that you're gonna have stick around for the
Yeah,
franchise. So you're gonna have to make some moves to get some pieces around him. Hopefully Tyler Hero come back. I mean he's already back, but I hope he come back next season better than what he was this season.
yeah,
Um but yeah, Miami, yeah. They another one just like LA that they not making any type well, I haven't seen um any type of moves. So I don't know what they got going on over there.
I
But
would say that. Oh my God.
no, go ahead.
I was gonna say before we get into us, um, I'll say the other moves that surprised me were DeJounte Murray going to New Orleans.
Hmm.
I thought that was low key one of the best moves of the all season because CJ McCollum is getting older, so now you got like a another young guard on that team who's good defender, can put the ball in the hoop, and he won't take away anything from those guys' game. Um, I'll also say the move that didn't happen is Zach LaVine is stuck in Chicago right now, and I hate how people are putting it on Zach LaVine's fault because it's like, okay, you can't control all the time that you get hurt, but also look at the team you put around him. Like Lonzo been hurt. DeMar has been doing what he could. Now he's gone. No, is it Valanciunas?
Yeah,
Yeah, Valanciunas just there. Like he was way better in Orlando than he was in Chicago right now.
he didn't come
So
to LA. He might as well come to LA too.
might as well come to us. Like,
Come on, man.
but yeah, those are other things. Ugh. I will say also one that hasn't got a lot of buzz is Pat Bev going to play overseas. Don't know why. I wish Milwaukee would have resigned him, realistically, but that caught me off guard.
Yeah, it gotta be more to that to that situation.
Hmm.
Because he was gonna be suspended the first 4 games of the season.
Yep.
Yeah, and even I think I don't know how the NBA works, but I feel like if even if he do come back, he still gotta fulfill those 4 games,
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken. But why wouldn't why wouldn't you sign back to an NBA team? Why would you go over there? Even though like the currency is different and like I think Brandon Jennings was saying like when you are over there, a lot of that stuff is already paid for. So you don't necessarily got the expenses that you would if you was living in the States.
Hmm.
So I guess having because what was his deal? Like 2 years for 4 million or
Yeah,
something like
before,
that.
yeah,
So having those that 2 million a year is a lot when you living over there.
it's a lot when you living over there.
So I guess that's a factor. Um, I don't know, man. I think Pat, even though I don't see him as an offensive player, like he still brings a lot to the game. I think he still brings I think he's viable to a team on the
Hmm.
defensive side, just to bring that grit
Yeah,
out of everybody else. So that shocked me.
yeah.
Like I didn't think he would go overseas. Like
Me neither. That's why I liked him on Milwaukee because it's like you don't got Drew no more, so you need another defensive guard, and he was perfect to replace not exactly what Drew does, but that prowess because now you rotate Dame out because they did this sometimes. Dame would be at the two, and you just put Pat at the one guard and they point guard, and then now you still got the pick and roll with Giannis. You still got Middleton for being off ball in the corner, the short corner, just driving to the paint with the mid range, and you still got Brook Lopez in the paint. Like that was a pretty good closing lineup. Like
yeah,
that you could still use, like especially now, like I said, you brought in Torian Prince, who him and Pat Bev could be pretty good off the bench defensively together. Like, they may they probably not gonna shut down everybody, but they gonna give people some trouble. Like, but I don't know why he didn't stay. I don't know. Like you said, I agree. There's more to it than just him just saying, screw it, let me just go overseas.
yeah.
Like, there's more to it than that.
Gotta be like unless he's signing like unless he got some ownership or something over there for the team that he's signing with. Like that's the only thing I can really think of. Um, I want to get back to the Kings right quick though. That DeRozan pickup like, and then you have Malik Monk that signed back with them.
Mhm.
Um, what do you see them panning out in the West after that signing?
That's hard because either they're gonna be a playing team or they're gonna just be a playoff team. It's one or the other because does DeRozan take away from them? I don't think
I
so.
don't think so.
But does he elevate them? I don't think so either. Like, and
Like
it's like
so,
I
just
like like, and I love DeMar. He's one of my favorite players in the league. I think he's fantastic, but what he brings to the team is someone else who can score, especially in the mid range. But other than that, you still don't have outside of Monk and sometimes Fox and Sabonis, you still don't have a lot of 3-point shooting. You still need a little bit more size off the bench. It's like at this point, realistically, they might as well go trade for Ben Simmons. Like go add another defender, add another playmaker, and another rebounder. Like I'm not even being funny. I'm being dead ass.
that's
Like fuck it.
funny.
Like what could that hurt? Like
Hey, look, that Brooklyn organization. I don't know. Look, they might as well throw that away. They or let's get or get it or make them go back to New Jersey or something because
something.
they I think they tanking already. What they
Nah.
sign? What's that dude name? Hayes.
Yeah.
They signed from the Pistons.
Yeah.
Fucking y'all doing? Oh, well, once again, ain't my team. Let them do. But
Man.
I know. Tom is gonna go crazy this year though.
Oh,
No,
absolutely.
Tom's gonna go crazy
Oh,
this year.
absolutely. Like, look, Cam gonna fuck around and be let me watch my for YouTube. Cam gonna mess around and be most improved player this season coming up.
See,
Like, I'm
I
not
had him.
even
I
joking.
had him last season. He was good for that like first quarter of the
Hmm.
season. But yeah, I think he's gonna turn up for real now.
Yeah, that's my pick this season for most improved players. Cam. I'm like that is him. He's got it.
Yeah, he's that boy. He's a scorer, man.
Hmm.
He's definitely a scorer. But yeah, I don't really like similar to you. I don't see. I think. I think DeRozan helped them become a playoff team again.
Yeah.
I do think that how far they go in the playoffs, I don't think they'll go far.
Mm.
Probably another first round exit.
Yep.
But me, I thought Fox was one of the snubs off the third team
I agree.
last season. So I think Fox can come back. I think honestly we've seen him progress like the last few seasons,
Hmm.
Fox. So I think he'll come back next season even better. I think Sabonis will be one. He'll still do what he do. And like he's saying, DeRozan, I think he's one of the underrated scorers in the league.
Hmm.
So I think adding that piece, adding that third um option, will he be the third option?
I think he should be like because even
Yeah,
because it also is like what position is he playing? Because he was playing power forward sometimes in Chicago.
yeah.
So is he gonna be because he's a shooting guard? Is he gonna be a two guard again? We're gonna put him at the three because you still got Keegan Murray. So
This is off on a tangent. Let me ask this right quick. How do you look at players' positions? Like, do you like me personally? I will always say AD is a four.
same.
Like, even if he played a five, I don't consider him a five. Even if maybe if you played a five like majority a lot of seasons, then I can probably say you're a 4 or 5.
Mhm.
But it was a post on social media that it was like, is the NBA going to a positionless? You going positionless, and
Mhm.
they had KD as a two. They had Draymond as a center. They had Giannis as a guard forward, and they had like 4 or 5 other people that was on there. And I was just looking at a couple of them. I was like, when has KD ever played a two? So he
Mhm.
played a two his rookie season. Then
Mhm.
I was like, why the fuck is Giannis a guard? Why you got Giannis as a guard forward? And people comment on it. I'm starting to get back in the comment section and
No.
start arguing with people now. Somebody in the comment section was like, he came into the league as a two. You can't
Mhm.
look at what you've seen recently. I was like, nigga, you lying. Like
I mean,
I was like, nigga, they drafted him as a forward. He wasn't a two.
yeah.
I don't care about the experiments that coaches be doing when they be trying, you might as well say Aaron Gordon was a point guard because the Nuggets had him bringing the ball up the court a couple
Mhm.
times in the playoffs last season.
Yep.
So, but stuff like that is like, I'm not considering Draymond no center. What are we
No.
talking about?
No, no, no. It's like the argument becomes with that height and then skill set
That's
because
that's exactly what I said. I said I'm not look. I said I don't care about no experiments that the coaches are trying to do with these players. I said I'm looking at skill set. Giannis is nowhere near a guard, nigga.
no,
Like he would never
Giannis is
be a
a
guard.
power forward.
I don't care. I don't care if you put him on a team that he had to bring the ball up the court. This nigga is not a point guard.
He's not, and
Like
that's
what?
fine.
Like what are we talking about here? And like even the KD one, it's like okay, he played the two as his rookie year. I'm not counting that because he played the three and the four the rest of his years.
Yeah,
KD is a forward. They drafted him as a forward.
and that's why I say like
He just has the skill set as a guard, but come
exactly,
on, man. Like, what are we talking about? Sorry, I
exactly.
just had to get that off because I was
No, you good,
like,
you
what are we
good.
talking about, man? Like Giannis as a guard. You talking me? You telling me Giannis is a guard? Come on, man. Stop playing with me. You playing in my face now. And we ain't gonna have that. Oh man.
Mm. But no, that's all. It's just however wherever they put him at, because I don't think he's gonna be power forward. But
mhm.
it's like if he's the small forward, okay, so is Malik six man or is
Well,
Keegan
you
Murray
have
starting?
that's the thing too. Yeah, I was thinking Monk would be 6 man.
Yeah,
Now and Murray would play the four.
yeah,
That's what I was thinking.
yeah. So but that's all. It's just on which position they give him, on how if they put him at the three, they're the ninth seed. The ninth seed fighting maybe the 10th seed. If
Yeah.
they put him at the two, ooh, that's gonna be a little bit more experimenting.
Yeah. Excuse me. I agree with that. Um, I think outside of the 76ers. I think the team I am impressed with is OKC.
Yeah.
You're already a number one seed in the West. I don't think you got really rid of anybody besides Giddy.
Yeah.
You get him out the way. You know what I'm saying? Get him out the way. You bring in a defensive specialist in Alex Caruso.
hmm
We can also get you a couple points,
Yeah.
around 12 to 15.
Yeah.
Get you a couple points.
And then
You
Hortenstein.
bring exactly. Then you bring in him, who has who had a great playoff series
hmm
with the Knicks. He just bring hard work
Yeah.
to the team. Like he's not one of those elite players, but he's gonna bring hard something like Looney. Like
hmm
he's gonna bring that work ethic. So and then
Yeah.
you could be able to have Chet as the four
hmm
now. Um yeah, that's a good lineup.
What I'm saying, because now your lineup, it can be, Hortenstein, Chet, Lou Dort, or the other one,
Yeah,
Williams,
Jalen Williams.
Jalen Williams, Caruso, and SGA. Like
Oh my God.
that's
That's
that is a good move.
and that's why I said I don't see the Mavs going back because of that move right there. OKC looks, I think they can make it. I think they can make it to the Western Conference Finals, if not the
Yeah,
finals.
I agree.
Um, I still, I still, people probably listen to us like we some hating ass motherfuckers. We never pick our team when it comes when it comes to shit. I
Mhm.
just be realistic when I be talking about basketball. Um, we haven't made no moves. So I don't really see us making, going far in the playoffs. But
Yeah.
I got OKC and the Thunder, not the Thunder, the Timberwolves as the favorites,
Mm.
to go out the West Conference Finals. They got my boy Rob. That's I don't know how they able to make that trade during draft night. I seen that. I'm not sure. I think he was hurt last season, if I'm not mistaken. But I seen that Joe Ingles signed over
hmm
there too.
Yep.
I think that's a good pickup.
That is a good pickup.
For role players, like when you're just looking at teams, they don't have to always be like that. Not necessarily a star caliber player, but just
Yeah,
somebody that can play that role and do good off the bench. So I think that's a good pickup for them.
it is. I definitely agree. It is a good pickup. It's just going to be really interesting to see what happens when the season really gets going.
Yeah. And all of this is early speculation. We still got what 2 months,
hmm
2 months to go. Um, yeah, what else? The Warriors signed Buddy Hield and Kyle Anderson
That ain't nothing really to talk about. That's just
at
like
all.
okay, cool. You know, that's that's all I got for that. It's like, all
Yeah,
right, cool.
KCP to the Orlando, Russ to the Nuggets.
Yeah, I think Russ to the Nuggets was a C+ move because he is going to bring you that off that you need off the bench. But we know it's still going to be heavily relying on Jamal Murray and Joker. So,
Facts.
so
Facts. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. What the fuck the Lakers doing?
nothing. There.
They're doing what we doing right now, just sitting.
They
Sitting.
just sitting. They sitting talking about basketball, but they not game plan. Like, damn, that was a good game. That they're having a wonderful conversation
Oh
right
my
now. Probably got
god.
some drinks, probably got some nachos, just chilling, just chilling. But no, like I said this last time we was on the show, and I'm gonna stand by it. I said we won't go make any moves. And y'all can go back and check. I said we was gonna draft Bronny, which we did. I said we was gonna hire JJ, which we did. And I said we weren't gonna make any other moves, which we haven't. But it's like I think that we're not even asking the real question. I don't think we're not saying the real thing. No one wants to come play for us anymore.
That's what I feel like.
Put that.
And the Rosen said the Lakers didn't even reach out to him.
Nope.
What are we doing? Like we ain't reach out to nobody.
Nobody.
Like none of the free agents that was available at the time, we ain't reach out to nobody.
No, no,
And
no. We reached out to Clay, but he rejected us.
yeah, I wouldn't go there. I mean, yeah,
If I'm
facts.
Clay, I wouldn't have went to us
I
either.
wouldn't went to that either.
Dallas was the perfect move for him.
Facts. Yep, that's a good scenario. Yep. Get out of California, go
Mm-hmm.
somewhere that's chill,
Yep.
relax. I mean, Dallas is Dallas. Of course, I
No
still want to go there.
taxes.
I gotta make it to Texas.
Man,
I gotta
look.
make it to Texas, either Houston or Dallas. One of those two places. Um, but we gotta think of like trying to make moves at doing like all-star break and shit like that, like waiting, making trades and stuff like that. I'm like, but why? I wouldn't.
Mhm.
I'm not surprised if we do because that's what we've been doing in the past. But it's like, nah, nigga, we need something now. And honestly, Connect like
That
that
was a good pick.
motherfucker. That he's like scorer, not a shooter.
Yeah.
This motherfucker's a scorer, bro.
Real talk, he reminds me a lot of JJ Redick. Like
I think that's why they picked him up. That was
I
a that was a good pick at 17.
mm-hmm.
Great pick at 17. I mean that I think he's gonna be a bigger version of Austin Reeves. He may
Yeah.
be, I mean, in the system, if they develop him right, he has the potential to be better than Reeves, in my
Hmm.
opinion.
I
So
agree.
so I think that was a good pick from us, but
But there it's besides no one wants to come play with us. I just think that the Lakers, we have a bad history of lowballing people.
mm,
We really do. Like that's something that being a Laker fan, we need to
besides
be.
besides their stars,
Besides the stars, like other than that, if you just an average role player, like they lowballed Dwight after the bubble because he was already on a vet minimum. They was gonna give him a minimum of a vet minimum. It's like, really, fam? Like I
yeah,
helped y'all win a chip, and instead of giving me 8 million, you want to give me 4.
yeah, that was the
Come
worst shit.
on.
That was the worst shit they did was like break up that whole team. We just won a
Mm-hmm.
championship. Similar to
Yep.
like I was talking to somebody about that. Similar to like the Nuggets. Nuggets won the championship and then got rid of Bruce
Bruce
Brown,
Brown.
the key player off your bench. We won the championship. We said fuck all these people.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, like I think only like three people last. It was LeBron, AD, KCP. Who else? Who else was on there at the
Um,
time? I mean, that came back the following season. Probably just those three.
I think that's it.
It was
I think
probably
that's
just
it.
those three.
I think
So
that's
it's
it.
like we should have kept at least majority of that team together. I was thinking when I was looking at all this shit,
Mm-hmm.
Bronny shit, and I do want to speak on the Bronny shit. Well, no, I don't, because we already touched on it. Now
Yeah, we already talked
I
about
don't
that.
want to. I don't want to repeat myself. Um, I had a theory,
Mm-hmm.
and just looking at all this shit unfold, with the organization, it's like I feel like Braun is already secretly a part owner of the
He may be like fuck it.
like. I feel like he's already a part owner of the Lakers because he's been talking about being an owner of the team.
Yeah.
Why not be a part owner of the Lakers? The one of the best franchises. Well, if not I don't care about the rings. We coming back. We're gonna get our 18, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, but the best franchise in NBA history. Um, why not become a part owner of them? You're already in LA. Now you done drafted your son who
Yep.
went to USC.
Yep.
Now he's a Laker.
And got a
You
guarantee.
and you don't have longer. You don't have much longer in the league. You probably
No.
after those 2 years is up. Bron is retired. Let's be
Yeah,
real.
yeah, yeah.
After those 2 years
Yeah.
is up, Bron is retired. Bron is not going to stay in the league that long.
No, he's not
Uh,
gonna stay till because I remember someone was asking Bryce if
yeah,
he's gonna play. He was like, bro, he gonna
bro.
retire by then. And it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Like,
yeah,
and Bron, and granted, if he takes care of his body well, better than any other NBA player. So Bron can still Bron can still be on a team and put up 18, 7 and 7, something like that in his later years, but he ain't gonna be Bron ain't like you can already see his athletic ability is declining and everything like that. But
Yeah.
Bron ain't gonna be yeah, he's not staying in the league much longer. But
No,
I
he's not.
I said it to say is like JJ Redick, JJ Redick, that's the best we can do. Why we always want to experiment for coaches?
But remember JJ said he don't give a fuck. He said, we don't give a fuck. I'm JJ Redick. All right. Well, since he don't give a fuck, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
We the 13th seed. Wonderful.
Let 10 games go by and you 2-8. Watch what that watch watch what LA do to your ass.
But I hate how he getting all these Pat Riley comparisons just because they both white dudes who just are straightforward. It's like, no, no, no. Pat Riley is a genius outside of basketball.
But
He's a
didn't Pat
big
Riley win a championship
as a player,
as a
yes.
player?
And
Like
a coach, yes.
so he yeah, don't even do that. Pat Riley like one of the greatest minds.
No, and Pat Riley's a business minded person. He's not
Mm-hmm.
just a coach, and that's what helped him build those relationships and make those moves possible was him being more than just a X's and O's guy. It's like, yeah, JJ Redick, he knows the game, but I'm gonna leave it there because I'm gonna go off, but I'm gonna leave it there.
Go on, man. We look, it's been a while. It's
I
season
it's,
two, baby.
I just hate that I just hate the bias that because you played the sport, you know it better than anybody. And like, does JJ know basketball? Absolutely.
Absolutely, yeah.
If you listen to his podcast, The Old Man and the Three, or like the 2 week interview with LeBron, they really do know basketball. Like, and that's cool. But it's like there's more to coaching than basketball. Like JJ's not very personable. JJ low-key is an asshole. Like JJ, I don't know how you are as a leader. And like I really don't. Like, are you gonna when things are happening and you put Bronny in the game, are you doing it because LeBron says so? Or are you doing it because you think it's a good judgment call? Or if you don't put him in the game and Bron wanted you to, are you gonna tell him, hey, I got this?
All right.
And if you are, then Bron, how are you gonna respond to it? Because I think I said on the show before, LeBron does not have a good history of coaches coaching him. He tried to get Eric Spoelstra
Exactly.
fired, but we all forget that. Who told his ass to sit down? Pat Riley. And he got you 2 chips from that. Like, he tried to get Ty Lue fired. He got that one coach, or was it David Blatt?
Mm-hmm.
He got him fired because of how they
Early
are.
too. After
Early.
they had just one, right? They had just one, and then they fire him, had similar to the Bucks.
Yep. Bro, this is just gonna be an example of sometimes you can't do business with your friends.
At at that level.
At
At
that level.
at that
At
level.
that level. Yes.
Yeah, that's a whole different because I was thinking I was like you can't really compare this to Steve Steve Kerr,
Mm-hmm.
you know, come from a broadcaster to a coach. When Steve Kerr got in, Steph like that big three was still in their early stages and they were
Mm-hmm.
still up and coming. Um they were still up and coming, but now you coming in where you have two people that's on the
Mm-hmm.
top 75 NBA list, and you have one that's always in the GOAT conversation.
Yep.
That's in there that's going into their 22nd season. Someone who's been in the league before you and lasted longer than you.
Mm-hmm.
How are you? What the fuck can you tell him?
No.
What the fuck can you tell Bron after you personally wanted to get on a podcast with this man and talk basketball? And Grant, like you was saying, like I think JJ Redick knows a lot about the game,
Mm-hmm.
but actually coaching the game is a whole different. And we don't know nothing about coaching that level.
No, we don't.
We don't know
Yeah.
nothing about coaching that level. But high school down, yes, we could talk about that. But what? even on that podcast when y'all was having those conversations, I can see it in your eyes how you was just mesmerized by this nigga, about his
Mm-hmm.
knowledge and everything like that. So
Yep.
you're telling me when the game time come and shit is on the line, it's time for you to coach, and Braun will be like, "Nah, come on, give me that boy.
Mm-hmm.
Let me show you what to do." Bro, that's a sign of weakness, bro. If you're gonna coach, coach.
Yeah.
Granted, you should listen. I ain't gonna say always, but you should listen to what your players have to say, because they players on the court, you see something different than what we see on the sideline. But you have to coach, bro. And I don't see you being that coach for LeBron, especially at this stage in his career.
Mm-hmm.
And nigga, we trying to win another chip. We ain't got time for no experiments and shit, bro. This is LA.
Mm-hmm.
We already been through that rough patch
Yep.
a couple times. Like
Yep.
after Shaq left, I mean, even though we were still in the playoffs,
Mm-hmm.
after Shaq left, we had to deal with uh Kwame Brown,
Yep.
Bush Parker, and those niggas. And then Kobe later years, he got injured and everything, so we had to deal with all that. That was horrible. The way I sometimes I that photo shoot that always pops up, that the media day where Kobe's like walking in the room, then you have like Wesley Johnson and
Mm-hmm.
the mother boys in the background. I was like, that's a nasty team, bro.
Yeah.
That was a nasty team that they put together right there. Like, what the fuck?
That was some shit you do late before class start because you forgot to do the homework. Like it's it's just my last thoughts on it is that they have been the biggest disappointment this off season.
Facts.
And what else can you say but damn.
Got to see what the fuck happened. I mean, we still got a couple months left. Maybe something pop off. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know what quality players we can still get at this point. Unless you throw Reeves, maybe Rui,
Mm-hmm.
maybe throw them in some trades. But other than that, all the free agents, all the main free agents is already signed. So I'm off that for now. But we're gonna come back to you. Don't
Man.
even worry
Which
about that.
but you know the other thing with it too that like real quick, the stupidest take I heard, it was from Joy Taylor. She said this Lakers team last season wasn't built for the regular season, they were built for the playoffs. How the hell are you gonna be ready for the playoffs but not the regular season? You have to compete in the regular season to make it to the playoffs. That's like saying, "Oh, I'm ready for the job but not the interview." What?
Facts.
All right,
Yeah,
all
all
right.
right. You got it.
You win.
You
You
make the
win.
big bucks.
Yeah, you win, bro. You got it, sweetheart. You got it.
Oh man, but yeah, moving to the Olympics, man. Is that time. I've seen some good events, not only with basketball. Shout out to Bows again. The
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I'm not I forgot where she was at on that list of top, what was it, like top 50 or something
Mm-hmm.
athletes from
Yep.
2000. I think she was like four or something like that. I'm not mad at that.
Me
I'm
neither.
not mad at it at all. If you want to consider her to go as an athlete,
Mm.
and she's still younger than me, so she got another Olympics in her,
Yeah.
and she's going back. So shout out to her. Shout out to everybody that plays, whether it's gold, silver, or bronze. Shout out to y'all. But moving to basketball, let's get the women out the way first.
Yeah.
Let's get the women out the way first. So I only seen like the first quarter
Hmm.
of the second of this last game. Was it Berlin? The
Yeah.
first quarter, and then
Berlin
some.
or Belgium, one of the two.
Yeah, yeah. Or the second, and some of the second quarter. Then I watched the first game against Japan.
Hmm.
Uh, Similar to what I said about college players coming into the WNBA,
Hmm.
just the time that they have to um, prepare for these moments. I think just looking at the team play, you can see that they haven't had a lot of time practicing together or
Hmm.
playing, just playing together. Um, still a great team overall. Chelsea Gray, she that first game against Japan,
Yeah.
crazy passes. Like I'm when you know,
Glad she's playing.
yeah, glad she is playing. I see why they call her the point guard as well too. Like just some of the passes that she be doing is like I can see why.
Hmm.
I think the only I think that USA team works better in transition. Like
Hmm.
if they can get out, but only way you can get in transition if you play the correct defense. And what I've seen from the past two games, they have to tighten up on their defense.
Hmm.
Um uh Japan had they had a shoot on their team. The last team that they just last country they just played, they had a couple people that was shooting on the team. So not just seeing
Yeah.
just looking at them and them not giving the effort of like closing out all the way, just going to halfway and then stopping, looking at the ball, looking at them shoot the ball.
Hmm.
um the defense definitely got to tighten up. But I think if they get their defense together more, then they shouldn't have a problem with getting gold again
Yeah,
this season.
I
what
agree.
what you think about it?
Very similar to you. I think the only thing I would add is that we're really, really seeing how basketball has grown on the men and women side with the competition that they play. And I think that with me saying that, we gotta give these other countries they respect. Man,
Facts.
they're balling.
Big
Like,
facts.
and because even though I fully believe the women are winning gold, I didn't think it was gonna be this challenging.
I didn't think it was gonna be that close either. I did not think it was gonna be that close.
That's really
But
it.
that goes back to the defense.
Hmm.
Like these motherfuckers know how to shoot. Y'all
Yes.
ain't the only one. Y'all ain't the only one with shooters or anything. Well, outside of Sabrina, Kelsey can. Oh, hope they ain't my car. Um, outside of Sabrina, Kelsey can. She can hit the tray ball.
Hmm.
Um,
Asia.
Asia. But they don't have a lot of certified
Yeah.
shooters on the team. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much all I got from it. First two games. That's pretty much the main takeaway I've seen from them. But
Hmm.
I think they'll be good. I seen see Yao Ming is on the China staff. They got
Yeah.
they got they got somebody that's like 7 foot over there.
Hmm.
I said BG better watch out. BG better watch
She
out.
go punch your ass in the face.
Yeah, that girl big, man. Um, but
Mm-hmm.
before we get into the men, I just watched. I'm not sure if you've seen it or not. I just watched this junk on Peacock. Um, I think it came out in like 2021 or something like that, but it's my first time seeing it. The 96 effect. Have you seen that?
Mm.
So it's pretty much based around women's sports for the Olympics that year. And I think if y'all got Peacock, get somebody log in or whatever. I'll say go watch it. It's three episodes. No more than like 30 minutes average each for episode. So it's a quick watch, but I thought it was good. Definitely enjoy like just the stories and everything like that. So pretty much that year's Title IX had passed, so it allowed women to be able to finally participate in the Olympics.
Nice.
Olympics finally. So and that year the Olympics was in ATL. So it was big for the USA during that time. Um, the soccer team won. Oh man, the we talk about battles. the gymnastic team. I can't think of a name right now, but it was, and these was young women at this point. They was like 14, 15, 16, and they
Mm,
won gold. But
damn.
in order to win gold, like the last try, like Shorty had injured like her ankle on the
Mm,
previous attempt, and then like I guess the adrenaline was still going, and she knew everything that was on the line.
mm.
She completed that last jump, and they won gold. Like I was
Shit.
like, bro, and like when she completed it, you know how you gotta lift your hand in the air to signal
Hmm.
you done with the thing. But like she landed, and immediately she raised, like she had to lift her foot up because she couldn't stand on it. Like
Yeah,
that's
like,
like just seeing stuff like
damn.
that, bro. Like just seeing stuff like that is like motivation. Like when you talk about just sports and like that, just the love that people have, for the sport that they participate in and everything like that.
How about to say that's a love for the game right
Yeah,
there.
yeah. It takes a lot. It takes a lot, mentality wise. But it's one thing that they mentioned in the excuse me. It's one thing that they mentioned in the I think it was like the last episode was similar to what we see today, because um as big as the women's soccer team was at the time and them winning gold and everything, that was not broadcast on TV.
Nope.
That was not broadcast on TV at all. The track, my guy, his first name is Michael. I forgot his later. I think, is it Michael Tucker? Maybe Michael Tucker. I'm just say Michael.
Michael Tucker sounds right. It
First name,
sound right.
yeah, yeah. But they pretty much showed him, showed track during that time. So
Mhm,
you can still see, like, even though that was a pivotal time for women's sports, you know, especially for basketball, you know,
mhm,
they put that national team together in '95 before the Olympics even came to the United States. They put that team together in '95. They went on around the country facing college teams and everything like that. They ended that, I think they said 52-0. And then they got to Olympics and they won all the games. So they was like 16-0 that whole 95, 96 season.
Man, look,
To
90s basketball for women was amazing,
it
bro.
was great.
Amazing.
It was great. Like that team, and you can just based off just listen to them talk about each other and seeing like the highlights of the games and stuff like that, you can see that they wanted it, like the chemistry that they had. Like they all was had that one mission, and they all was talented as motherfuckers. So,
Yeah.
but moving on to the guys, I think I'm not sure. Well, I think the last time we talked, we was naming the roster. I'm not
Hmm.
sure, did the Kawhi situation happen after that episode or what, but either way, Kawhi is not on the team no more. Derek White is on the team. We had a conversation about who should have took that spot. Jalen Brown had a couple things he
He
thought
had to
about
say.
it. So he had a couple things to say regarding Nike. I think he felt like he should have had that spot. Um, Rightfully so. I mean, finals as well as Eastern Conference Finals MVP. Someone
Hmm.
just came off a championship. That's a good pick for someone to replace Kawhi.
Hmm.
Granted, I think I said Dwight. I think Derek. I was about to. I'm putting his name together. Granted, Derek White. Granted, Derek White, I think just seeing him the last two games, I think he's a good piece for the team.
Mm,
Not saying I still don't think Jalen Brown would have been worse than that, but
yeah.
um
Should I take on
let's speak.
Halliburton and bring in Brown?
I mean, they're not really playing him, so they're not playing him. Uh, Before we get into for before diving into Olympics, what we think about Jalen Brown comments towards everything.
I'm absolutely 100% with Jaylen Brown. And this is gonna be a little deeper than sports, what I'm saying, but it's like we just see the powers at play don't like when an intelligent black man know what's up and he know how y'all roll and he call you out on how y'all roll. We've seen it happen before. We've seen it happen with brothers before. Outside of that aspect of it, I hate that people act like politics has never played a part in the Olympics. It always has. Like even back during when Jesse Owens
I'm about to
competed
say
against.
you had the Hitler, you know what I'm saying? Hitler wanted these like, come on, man.
Like, come on, like politics has literally always been in the Olympics. So they just
Not
did it to
only
prove a point.
not only Olympics, like as we get old, as you get older in life, you just realize that politics is in everything
Hmm.
that you do, like
Yep,
everything. Like you can't the you want to get away from politics, but you can't.
you
We're
can.
not, and we not we can say that for like the Unfiltered Brothers and Woke podcast, but
Make sure y'all do.
yeah, yeah, but yeah, like you just start realizing how shit is really played out here in the world. Like you saying, the powers to be, who got their hand in this, who got their hand in that.
Hmm.
Like we see the play. Like
Yeah, and and that's what it is. It's like Nike has a very big influence on Team USA, like even the women's team as well. Because you'll hear a lot of times players, both men and women, who don't want to go for the team because they know the BS that comes with it. So Jaylen Brown was 100% right. He called them out on their stuff, and they don't like it. They don't. Like they would have rather put John Morant on the team than Jaylen Brown because he doesn't affect their image. He affects his image versus Jaylen Brown affects Nike's image. It's like, whoa, we can't have that. No,
yeah,
we can't have someone tell us we wrong, even though when we are. Get that nigga out of here.
facts. That's how it be. And you can see like everyone, pretty much everyone on the team is Nike, but then you have one of everybody else. You
Mm-hmm.
don't have multiple, no other brand. It's just one of
Yep.
everybody else.
Yep.
So Nike, and that was in the junk too, the show too.
Mm-hmm.
How they showed how they had Nike was pretty much a important part in pushing women's sports when they had that 3-on-3 commercial with Lisa Leslie, Dawn Staley, and Cheryl Swoops when they had
Mm-hmm.
that commercial. And this was before the Olympics too. So, like you're saying, Nike play a big part in all
Mm-hmm.
of this. So when you go against them, why you think they're gonna reward you for with a spot on the roster?
Yep.
So, I mean, but I agree. I mean, I agree with everything that he had to say. Um, Unfortunately, I don't know, man. I hate talking about this stuff, man.
But we got to.
Just hate that it's like life is funny. It's like you have to, if you don't, you know, lower your, like change your morals and standards around a little bit, it's hard to, go further in whatever field that you're in. And
Mm-hmm.
granted, he's a champion now. He has
Yeah.
several accolades, but when you talk about representing your country, since
Mm-hmm.
we, since it is politics, since it is Olympics, and it's that time of the year,
Yep.
you can see like you can see the bullshit that
Mm-hmm.
this country do
Yep.
to certain individuals. Um, Not all.
Yep.
I don't care what you say. We're not all equal in this aspect
Mm-hmm.
at all. Only certain individuals, like a Jalen Brown, like a Kyrie Irving, has have to go through these types of situations for who they are as individuals.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter about anybody else. What they do don't affect anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Kyrie posted a link. And we're not gonna dive deep into that, but he posted a link. He didn't tell your ass to buy it. He didn't tell your ass to watch it. He just posted a link and said nothing about it until motherfuckers wanted to ask him about it. And he had to go through all of that with the Brooklyn Nets just to get back on the team. And he lost his sponsorship with Nike.
With Nike.
Like, come on, man. You gonna let some work? Like, y'all are this big entity. Like one of the biggest, probably outside of Apple, outside of Google.
Major League Soccer.
You're probably top 5, top 3 brand in the world.
Yeah, Apple, McDonald's. I'll put the NBA up there. Yeah, Major League Soccer, and shoot, what's the other one you said?
Google.
Google. Yeah, those 5. I said that's a solid 5.
You know what I'm saying? So you're top
companies.
5. Yeah, you're a top 5 brand in the world. Like you care about what one person have to say about you. A lot of people think this about your company. But you want to take it out. And this is all assumption. This is all allegedly because it's not confirmed, but we know all of this is allegedly. But come on, man, y'all got to do better. And we see it. Come on, man, we see it.
Yep.
But yes, politics is definitely in sports. It's always been in sports. You see it in boxing
all the time.
You see it in boxing now. Like I'm just really getting back into it like the last year and a half or so. Like you see it all the time in boxing. Like it's not just basketball. You still got the women. You still got women's soccer. I know a couple years ago they were still fighting for their equal pay and stuff like that. On their side, it's like no matter what you do, what you accomplish, they're gonna remind you that you're less than them.
Yep.
Always.
Yep.
And that's just the thing that's just what I hate about politics. And like you're saying, politics is in everything, but I hate fucking politics. I hate fucking politics. I hate it, bro. But we're at the age now is like you have to start paying attention to it. Like you have to start educating yourself on the policies in your local community. And then if you are like a professional athlete, you're gonna have to start looking at the president, all of that shit. It's just crazy. I don't know.
But this has been another episode of Unfiltered Brothers.
It's crazy, man. I'm off that though, man. How we looking, man? How we looking?
The men's team?
The men's team.
Oh, silver. That platinum shining, that big number 2 right there. Like, it's 3, then it's 1, then it's 2. We right there.
Who's
right
gold?
There.
Who's gold there?
Shoot, probably Canada.
That's a good pick. Man, that was a crazy stat where we played Serbia. You seen it probably. Where Jokic was on the floor. It was 81-81. 9 minutes. Just 9 minutes. Not even a full quarter. Not even a
whole full quarter.
9 minutes that he was off the floor. It was 29-3. It was 29-3. So that's a crazy stat. Now we see why he's MVP of the league.
Yep.
if that stuff like that happens. Canada is a good pick to go against USA for the gold. Canada, I'm gonna always say Germany, Serbia. I think it's those 3. I think those 3 got a good chance at the goal outside of USA. I really think we're gonna still get gold. I can't go against us, but a lot of these stuff's been close. But we needed KD to come back. We definitely needed KD to come back. He showed you why he needed to come back.
Yeah.
But I'm just waiting on that game where everyone just black out. You gotta think, bro. Steph didn't have a good game last time.
He didn't.
He did not have a good game. He had a decent game against Serbia. Of course, you know what I'm saying? It's just 40 minutes, it's not 48 minutes like the NBA, so less minutes, so you're not gonna score as much. Even let me stop making excuse for these motherfuckers. Let me slow down. I'm talking too fast. Cause you
No, you good.
if Melo can go ahead and drop 30 on motherfuckers, Olympic Melo was different. Um, but yeah, like if KD can score 21 and a half, like
Hmm.
come on, like we go out there and do something. But
I agree.
I'm ready for these motherfuckers to black out. Like Steph to have a great game, turn that on.
They have to.
Bron being Bron, KD being KD. Devin Booker he has he's been a good piece. I ain't gonna say he's been the best piece, but
Yeah.
he's been good for the team. I'm surprised by like some of his defensive stops that he's had, like his on ball, like he's picking people up full court with it, and ain't gonna give you ain't gonna be ain't gonna give you 100% always.
Yep.
A great two-way player. Um, Bam, he did it once again. Yeah, let me go ahead and get back to Bam. Bam has been a good piece for the team off the bench. Like it seems like when he come off the bench, that's when everything start
Hmm.
turning around. When Bam and AD was coming off the bench.
Yep.
Um, and I said this before the Olympics even started. I just don't think Embiid fit with the team, his style of play.
It's becoming more and more apparent too that he doesn't.
Like I said this before this shit even started. I said his style of play do not fit with the team because these motherfuckers is moving.
Yeah.
Like you gotta have good footwork. Even at the 4 and 5, you gotta have good footwork. And if
Yeah.
they bringing you out the paint, bro, you ain't no good. And then when you get the ball in the paint, you slowing down the tempo and you not doing what you supposed to be doing. Like you just in the way at this point.
Hmm.
But I think I still got them as gold though. I still got them as gold. Um Canada, if I had to put them in order, USA, Canada, Serbia, and then Germany for me.
Okay. Switch Germany and Serbia from, as you know, switch Canada and US and then Germany and Serbia. So I'll go Canada, US, Germany, Serbia.
Mm, gotcha. Yeah, Germany a solid team.
Hmm.
They are a solid team.
Then a shooter scary man.
Facts. Facts. But yeah, that's it. That's all I got. You got anything else for Olympic?
No, shout out to Bam because I've never been the biggest Bam guy,
Me
but
either.
I'm loving him with the Olympics. So
Me
I'm
too.
piggybacking off of that.
Shooting
Great,
threes.
bro. Like bring that into next season, please. Like,
Facts. Facts. Um, like I
but
said,
seriously, he's not there like Charles Barkley with the Dream Team, but he's in that same stratosphere of impact.
hmm
Like, because I think KD's still their leading scorers in LeBron, one of the two.
what you mean, like for this,
Yeah,
or
just
are
for
you
this
talking
go
about?
round.
I think it's KD. Yeah, I think KD
Okay.
is still there.
Yeah, like he's not gonna be the leading scorer, but he probably would have the second, not third biggest impact on that team. And he's been
Yeah,
showing it. So good job, Bam.
and
Good job.
that's all I'm looking for. I was looking for the stars, like the superstars, to be the superstars,
Hmm.
and and it's crazy because like when you talk about the USA team, bro, it's crazy to call Booker a role player.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
But hey.
but hey, I'll take that role player any day.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, facts. But I see but like I was saying, I was seeing that's all I'm looking for is the impact. Like Bam is making a good impact, AD is making a good impact, Drew Holiday making a good impact. Like some of his hustle plays that I've seen, especially it's like those exhibition games,
Hmm.
it's crazy, crazy work.
Yeah.
White. I'm impressed. Um, Booker, I'm impressed. Who else? Who else? And of course,
Mhm.
everyone. Honestly, everyone I am impressed besides Embiid.
Yeah, besides Embiid.
Besides Embiid, I can't judge Halliburton because he don't get in the game.
Yeah.
But beside everyone else besides Embiid, I am impressed. Tatum really didn't have a good game last time.
Mm,
That was a whole controversy thing that he didn't get no minutes in the first game. I'm surprised he didn't get no minutes.
man.
And when you talk about matchups, who can't fucking Tatum match up with? You got Booker at the three.
Hmm.
Tatum is six what? 6'8"?
6'8".
He moved just as much just as much as Booker. So what matchup problem
Yeah.
that you was gonna have? I don't know. I'm off it.
If I could be completely honest, I just think Steve Kerr didn't know how to play him. I think
No,
that's
that's
just
it.
that's just
That's
really what it was.
that's literally it. That was my that was my opinion on it. I was talking to my people at work, and I was like, look, if you looked at Kerr, because my main like the main boss and in the rest of the office, we was talking, and she's a newly Celtics fan because
Ah,
her fiance is a Celtics fan, but
got you. Okay.
um, we was talking, and she's like, yeah, why he didn't play? Like I said, look, I think Curtis got some beef going on with the Celtics at this point, because you can't really say it's a matchup problem. But
Hmm.
I would also was like, when you look at Kerr for the last few years, he barely knew what the fuck he what to do with the Warriors. So I'm not
Hmm.
surprised at what's going on. Since we talk about that, how the fuck do Kerr get the head coaching job
Over Pop?
for the USA? Maybe
Over
Pop,
Coach K?
maybe Pop didn't want to do it, but even over Eric's, even
Eric
over Eric,
Spoelstra.
how you get the job over him? Even Ty Lue, fucked it.
God. I
Yeah, it's some shit being played, man.
I just don't know, bro. Like I've never been crazy about Steve Kerr as a coach anyway. But
I don't know, man. But we're gonna move into regional teaching, still on the Olympics.
mhm.
So we had did a poll on our page. It was something different about Paul Pierce. Paul Pierce just seems like he's gonna stay
Mhm.
in the news.
He got
Like
you.
he got to, because what's that shit? Undisputed is about to be no more
Yeah.
in a while. So, but Paul Pierce was like, this USA team will dominate the dream team. Is he reaching or is he teaching?
I definitely think he's reaching because would it be a competitive game? Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely would be competitive. But if I'm looking at that dream team, you still got Magic, Mike, Pippen, Barkley, Malone, Stockton. Ooh, like I'm sorry, they not competing. Bam, Booker, um, I will say Steph, like they not really gonna compete with them like that. Like Brown would be an issue. I
Hmm.
think AD would be an issue. I think David Robinson would have AD on lock, not AD on Embiid
And
on
big.
lock. Yeah,
Yeah. Easily.
like no, like if they were to play 4 quarters against each other, the Dream Team is winning by like 15.
Shit. Since we're talking about, well, one, I say he's reaching.
Hmm.
Um, but since we're talking about, uh, some people will try to say prime, like they try to take this team
Hmm.
and put them in their prime.
Yep.
These people are not in their prime no more. Like
Not no more.
not no more. Of course, some people you still got Ant. I don't even think Ant has reached his prime yet. Like
Absolutely not. Absolutely
he's
not.
nowhere near it. Damn, who is in that prime? I want to say MB, but he's been hurt, so it's hard to judge
Hmm.
what his prime is.
Yep.
Who the fuck is in that prime? Maybe Tatum.
I would say Tatum's in
I
his
would say
prime. Yeah.
Tatum, maybe Bam, maybe.
Yeah.
Uh, besides besides those two, I don't know who else is in their prime. So when you try to compare the two teams, a lot of the '92 team was in their prime.
A lot of them.
Jordan was in his prime. Pippen was in
Look,
his prime.
let's be real. Magic technically was still in his prime too. It was just the
About
age.
that, and I literally was saying that. I was like, "Yeah, why y'all acting like Magic was hurt or something? He was just out the league because we know what happened.
Yeah,
Like
we know what happened.
we
That's
know what happened. Like he was still in shape. Like come on now,
like Barkley, Magic, Jordan, Pippen,
Karl
Stockton,
Malone,
Malone, Robinson.
listen,
Like Robinson was
Ewing.
out here. Ewan,
I
Robin.
paid. I gotta say, Ewing can even do something with Embiid at this point. At this point,
Exactly. Like the only really person out there prime was Larry. That was it.
only one, and that's because of injury.
That's it. If Larry
That was
backcourt
only.
messed up, oh, that's a problem.
Larry was still he was still hitting shots though.
He was.
Larry was still balling a little bit. When he was in the game, he was making the shots. Um, I don't know. I just hate when we do this thing. I, I don't know if I'm growing as a person because I used to be that person, but
Mhm.
um, when because Pierce was like, "Who's gonna guard Steph? Stockton."
Yes.
And I hate down and I hate how we like downplay like '90s players, just the past players.
Mhm.
Stockton was in his prime. Like Stockton, I'm not saying he's gonna stop Steph.
Mhm.
Not a lot of people have stopped Steph. Only people that
Nah.
stop Steph is Steph because he just missed a shot.
Mhm.
So let's get that out of the way. But shit, Stockton was running all around these screens and everything, guarding players in the '90s
Mhm.
like it was nothing. So I feel like that wouldn't be an issue.
I say,
We're not gonna throw Jordan in. Let's just go ahead. Whoever's playing at the two, you might as well just sit on the bench.
yeah.
And
Sorry, but
honestly, whoever's playing at the three, besides Bron and KD,
or
y'all
Tatum.
might y'all might as well.
Actually, no. Brown or
Nah,
KD.
Bron
You
and
right. You right.
KD.
You right. You right.
Yeah. Yeah. Besides them two, you might as well move out the way. And then you got Charles Barkley,
Mm-hmm.
one of the best rebounders. I think you picked him for the rebound if you had to build a player. I think didn't you pick Charles Barkley? Who
I
did you
picked
pick?
Dennis Rodman, but
You picked
Barkley was my next
yeah.
one.
But he's as a 6'6" player, power forward, one of the best rebounders ever.
Ever.
Ever. You know what I'm saying? That's when the fundamentals come back into play. And then the five, yeah, getting beat out. So when he said dominate, especially when he said dominate, like no, that's never going to be the case. But I can see the dream team winning. I can see Dream Team winning with this team. You said 15. Shit, I say
Yeah.
20, 25.
That's fine.
I
That's
say
fine.
I say 2025. Because they're gonna they're gonna get out. If y'all are having trouble with these teams, these countries, what the
Who,
fuck you think the dream team?
who a lot of them don't have like a Giannis or a Joker on their team.
Yeah, what the fuck you think the dream team gonna do? And I've been thinking about this a lot. I think the only team that I will pit above the dream team, bro. I just really fuck with that redeem team, bro. They just had a
Mm,
different type. They just had a different type of energy
man.
with them, bro.
Kobe, Wade,
I just
Bron.
I just wish KD was on that team
Me too.
because you know he was on the select team.
He was.
I just wish if KD was on that team, like of course it's still of course that 2012 team. You can't you won't see four great scorers on the team at one on the court at one time. We have like KD, Bron, Melo, and Kobe on the floor at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy work.
That is.
That's crazy work. But that '08 that redeem team, bro, they just brought a different type of energy with them, bro.
They did.
So that's I think that's my favorite USA team. If I had to go back to '92,
Mm.
'96 don't get a lot of credit
No, they don't.
at all. there was a deep. I mean, when you look at the players, they had some great players. I don't know. It's just different. I don't know where
Yeah.
I would rank them. I would probably rank them like 4 or 5.
But it's like they don't get a lot of buzz because,
But that
look
was
who came before them.
yeah, yeah. Look who came before them. But that was and similar to what I was saying about like the women, like them trying to push that women's sports for the first time in the '96. So that was the thing too. So, but yeah, and Paul, stay off the yak,
Yeah,
stay off that hen dog.
please.
You tweaking. Skip got you over there saying anything. Keyshawn Johnson. Can we stop speaking on basketball
Why
for me?
y'all always coming for Key, man?
I don't know. I just got this thing where it's like, bro, unless you really, I don't think he's not like a Shannon Sharp. You
Hmm.
can tell like Sharp put in the hours studying whatever sport that they need to cover and stuff. And I'm not taking Keyshawn work ethic away from him, but some of this shit that he be saying, I'm like, bro, you can tell you play football.
Hmm.
Like what are you talking about, bro?
That's fair.
Like I
That's
forgot I
fair.
forgot what the comment was, but I was like, yeah, let me turn this shit off.
Man.
I said,
What happened to
Richard Sherman.
Sherman?
I think,
He
man,
was on there for like 3 episodes, and then he was like, "Yeah, watch how you talk to me, Skip." And
yeah,
then
I
like
think
he
I'm
was
about to say I
gone.
think he was going after that. Skip tried to bring the niggas up there.
uh,
He tried to bring 3 niggas to replace one.
no, hey, he did the nigga math. Like,
He said, "Let me go ahead and bring these people up here." Of course, had Lil Wayne up there too. So,
then Rachel, you gotta have
uh,
Rachel Nichols.
man, yeah, Skip, he don't know what he doing no more. It's over. It's over. Oh man, but that's all I got. You got anything else?
No, that's all I got. Go Canada. Get the goal. I will say this too.
Fuck out here.
The last thing I will say this too. I will give a big shout out to the Clippers' new stadium. That thing look nice. That
That
man,
thing do look nice.
that thing look nice. Damn.
That thing do,
That thing look
bro.
nice.
The jumbotron,
Man,
like
that
how
joint
they
was
had that
nice.
shit, bro. That shit is not. Yeah, you could tell a billionaire when billionaires spend that money, they gonna spend it.
He put money into that stadium, and I commend him. He was like, "Oh no, we gonna have a section just for your sneakers. If you don't, if you forget a pair, we gonna have a section for just shit you like. You just go grab them." And that's not for players, that's for guests. What? Like
Man,
every seat has a cooler underneath it.
yeah, that's a make your money talk. Keep making the money
Bro,
talk.
when I heard that he had a section just for Clippers
Just for
fans,
Clippers fan, yes, like right on the opposite side of the
yes,
where the way people gonna be. So that's
bro.
so imagine fourth quarter come, you on your side of the court, you got to make a tough basket, or you got to make a tough free throw, and all you looking at is Clippers fans,
Oh, that's it.
just straight Clippers
That's
fans.
it.
No,
You don't
no
see
mixer,
no,
no
nope,
mixer, nothing. Nope, you can't
nope.
even sit over here. Don't even try to come over here. We kicking you out. I don't want to see no other color.
Nah, just red and blue.
I mean, but shit, it's about time. I mean, about time you get your own stadium. So
Yeah.
shout out to the Clippers. You know, sadly, you're only gonna be able to hang up jerseys. Um, you may not be, you still probably won't be able to hang up a banner in the next 10 years.
Nah.
So
They can hang up a jersey.
but
They'll hang up Chris Paul's.
they'll probably hang up Griffin before that.
Yeah, yeah, you're
But
right.
they
You're
got they
right.
got some beef though.
Yeah.
I don't know if they ever solved that issue. You remember that time Blake Griffin like his first game back and he Steve was about to walk over to him to shake his hand and he just ran.
Mm-hmm.
His excuse was this is my routine. I didn't even see him, but let's
Mm-hmm.
nigga, you look right
You
at him.
saw him.
You,
You.
you look right at him, bro. You need to get out turn quick as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Man, but nah, yeah. Shout out to the Clippers. Shout out to the Clippers. But
Yeah,
well, yeah, that's all I got. If you made it this far in the show, appreciate y'all. Appreciate the
absolutely.
continued support from our supporters. If you're new to this, welcome. Welcome to the show.
Absolutely.
Thank y'all for listening. Thank you for watching. If you're watching this on the YouTube, continue to support us. Continue to support the Woke Podcast. Continue to support the Unfiltered Brothers Podcast. Season 2, definitely looking to add some different things to the show. Definitely want to be able to interview some people
Mhm.
within basketball, whether you're a coach, trainer, former athlete, current athlete, just looking for more exposure. But yeah, we just we trying to get better for every season. But yeah, continue support us. You want to give a shout out to anybody?
Shout out to God. Thank you for letting me see another day.
Shout out to God.
I say, gotta do that. Ooh, shout out. I'll say this. Shout out to Asa Wilson once again showing that she the MVP. Shout out to like I said, shout out to Clippers owner for that new stadium. He showed you that he got that FU money. Um, man, he really
Yeah.
showed you that he just got money to throw around. Shout out to my sponsors at Chalet Clothing and Katana Creations. Continue to listen to my podcast, Woke, as well as Unfiltered Brothers and Reaching the Teaching. And mm,
And
that's all I got. Oh,
shout out to Angel Reach just cause.
oh dear Lord.
Just cause.
Shout out Caitlin Clark, just cause, but
You
nah,
know what I'm
that hey
saying?
look,
She can't
they
get
may
my shout out.
they may get co-rookie of the year.
They may.
They
They
may. I
may.
think that'd be
We
crazy if
could
they
talk
do.
about it when it is this. Yeah, we could talk about it next time. I'm
But
pretty
I say this,
sure
they both deserving of it,
they are.
regardless of how you feel about one or the other.
They are. And I think that's a conversation because people look at it's hard when you want to argue it. It's hard when you don't know the actual criteria
Hmm.
for the award, but I can see it. I mean,
Hmm.
just by the impact that they both have for their team.
Yep.
They both are all stars.
Hmm.
Their rookie year. Um, Kaylin is more of the score facilitator, while
Hmm.
Angel Reese is more of the rebounder defender.
Hmm.
Um, and that's why I be like, I think we live in a time now where you try to pit. Of course, you need to score. Yeah, of
Yeah.
course you need to score, but you do. I'm looking to. I can't wait until defense is highlighted more
Then offense.
in today's game. Now I ain't gonna say more
Oh,
than the offense, but we kind of gone away from highlighting those defensive efforts of not even in the W, but in the NBA too. So
yeah.
looking to get back to that. But that's a good conversation to have. And if one get it, congratulations. If the other get it, congratulations. If they both get it, congratulations.
Hmm.
Y'all don't have to go against each other. Can we get past that?
Yeah.
Y'all sounding too much like casuals to me now. Like, oh my god, I hate it. But shout out to them.
And damn it, Gilbert Arenas. Damn it. I had to just get that one in. God damn you. Damn you, you
Yeah,
bastard.
Gil, we about to pause, but we gonna slide back in your deal because we got some shit to
Yeah, we got
I
some
got
shit to
shit to
talk
talk
about.
about. But yeah, that's all I got. Once again, y'all continue to support us. Reaching or teaching, Instagram, Facebook, Reach or Teach 24, Twitter or X if that's what you want to call it. I'm gonna call it Twitter. And we all on TikTok now too. So y'all stay blessed, y'all stay safe, and we out here.